And here's another of our poster presentations, and this time it's a basic science presentation. And do introduce yourself.
My name is Sina, Antony. I work at Dasman Diabetes Institute and I'm from Kuwait.
Now, there's a big issue with diabetes in Kuwait, isn't there?
Yes, that's right. We've got more than 50% of the population who are diabetic, and even obesity is highly prevalent, both children and an adult.
And you've become a basic scientist in this area. I mean, what made you go into this area in the first place? Was it because there was such a need in your country?
Definitely, there's a huge need. We've got even like the Amir is funded for this institute purely for diabetic research. So it's highly prevalent and it is a concern in the country. So we need to find some solution for this, some lifestyle intervention, so that we can help the population.
Now, you've got a very interesting piece of research. So tell us a bit more about it.
So our group was interested in the physical stress responses that our bodies show. So basically, obesity and diabetes are giving metabolic overload to the body. So under this condition, our body has a tendency to be protective. So in that condition, to maintain the homeostasis, to maintain the balance, it elicits some stress responses. However, under conditions of diabetes, these stress responses are not proper. So our group was interested in looking at those stress responses and finding out why they are not properly acting the way it should. So recently, we've seen that urocortin 3, which is a novel insulin secretion regulator, is not only regulating the insulin secretion, but it's also now found to be a functional beta cell marker. But no one yet has seen its role in adipose tissue under conditions of obesity and diabetes. So that's what we were interested in. So we've looked at urocortin 3 levels in obese and diabetic patients, and if it is modulated through physical exercise.
And what did you find?
So what we've seen is that in circulation, that is, so we've looked at two different aspects, that is, because it is secreted. So we looked at in circulation as well as in adipose tissue. And we've seen that the patterns are not exactly similar. But the urocortin 3 is impaired not only in conditions of established diabetes patients, but also in overweight. So even when the glucose levels start to get impaired, there is a dysregulation in the urocortin levels. Also in adipose tissue, it is markedly reduced, which is modulated through physical exercise. So definitely lifestyle intervention can help in curbing or preventing diabetes and obesity.
So there's really strong scientific basis for recommending exercise.
Yes, for sure. I mean, our group, this is one of the proteins that we've looked into, but there are many other stress responses like the heat shock proteins and other proteins that we've looked into, and we've seen that it is reduced with physical exercise with just 3 months of exercise. So the results are really fascinating, and it's really supporting physical exercise.
Thanks very much, and a really interesting and fascinating piece of work there. And of course, you'll find it on EASD.org.